10 small habits are quietly keeping you broke. You don't see them because they feel normal. They hide inside your morning routine. They hide inside your phone. They hide inside your favorite store. Each one steals a little money. Each one steals a little future. Together they steal a lot more than you think. I'm Leo, and today we're pulling every single one into the light. We're going to name all 10 out loud, no sugarcoating. We'll count the real cost of each one in real dollars. You'll spot at least 3 you're doing right now. That's not shame, that's actually a map. Because once you see the habit, you can finally change it. So grab a coffee, or don't, and let's begin. Habit number 10 is spending money before you even earn it. This happens the moment your paycheck feels already spent. You know the rent, the car, the subscriptions, and the plans. Every dollar has a job before it even lands in your account. The problem is that future you never gets a seat at that table. There's nothing left to save because saving was never on the list. Everyone else got paid first: the landlord, the phone company, the streaming apps. You worked all month and ended up last in your own line. Here's the simple math on this one. If you earn $3,000 a month and everything is committed, saving feels impossible. But if you pay yourself just $150 first, that's $1,800 a year. Same paycheck, different order, and a very different life. The fix is small but genuinely powerful. Move a set amount to savings the same day your paycheck lands. Not the leftovers, the first slice before anything else touches it. Even $25 a week builds a habit that will outlive any raise. Habit number 9 is treating small purchases like they don't count. The $6 coffee, the $12 lunch, the $4 snack at the gas station. Each one feels tiny in the moment, almost invisible. Your brain quietly files it under, not a big deal. But small money adds up in a very big way over time. Here's the simple math on this one. Spending $15 a day on little extras is $450 a month. That's $5,400 a year gone to things you barely even remember buying. Imagine what $5,400 could do sitting in an emergency fund, or as a down payment, or as one really good vacation with actual memories. The point isn't to cut every small purchase out of your life. Coffee is fine, lunch out is fine, life is supposed to be lived. Just track them for 1 week and pick 2 small leaks to shrink. That's it, 2 small leaks, plugged, and thousands of dollars back. Habit number 8 is subscribing to things you no longer use. The streaming service you haven't opened in 4 months. The app that auto-renewed last Tuesday without a whisper. The gym you swore you'd go back to in January and again in March. Companies literally count on you forgetting these charges exist. That's not a bug, that's the entire business model. And this is where it adds up faster than almost anything else. Cutting just 3 subscriptions at $15 each saves $540 a year. Cutting 5 saves $900, and it took you 15 minutes. Open your bank app right now and scroll through last month. You'll find at least one charge you don't recognize or don't need. Cancel it before you finish this video. Actually pause and do it. Habit number 7 is buying things to feel better emotionally. Bad day, open the app, add to cart, feel a little rush. That rush is very real, but it's incredibly short. Usually it fades before the package even arrives at your door. Then the credit card bill shows up and the feeling turns sour. Now you feel worse than you did before the purchase. Retail therapy ends up costing more than actual therapy would. And it doesn't fix the thing that made you feel bad in the first place. Try a simple rule instead of relying on willpower. For anything over $50, wait 48 hours before you buy. Most of the time, the urge is completely gone by hour 2. The stuff you actually want will still be there in 2 days. The stuff you didn't need will quietly disappear from your mind. That single rule can save some people thousands a year. Habit number 6 is avoiding your bank account. You know the balance is low, so you don't look at it. You let statements pile up unopened in a drawer or an inbox. You swipe and hope, swipe and hope, swipe and hope some more. Avoiding your money doesn't make it grow or fix itself. It just lets small problems quietly become huge ones. A $35 overdraft fee turns into $105 if it happens 3 times a month. That's $2,260 a year in fees for the simple act of not looking. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple to do. Check your balance for 30 seconds every single morning. That's it. Coffee and a glance at the number. You don't have to like the number, just know the number. You'd be shocked what changes when money stops being a mystery. Habit number 5 is upgrading your life every time your income goes up. You get a raise, so you get a slightly nicer car. You get a bonus, so you upgrade the apartment to a bigger one. This is called lifestyle creep, and it's absolutely brutal. Because your bills grow just as fast as your paycheck does. You feel more successful, but you save the exact same amount, zero. You're on a treadmill that keeps speeding up while you stand still. Here's the simple math on this one. If you get a $500 monthly raise and save half of it, that's $3,000 a year. Over 10 years, with even modest growth, that becomes real, life-changing money. You don't have to save every dollar of a raise. Just promise future you half of every future raise you'll ever get. Enjoy the other half without any guilt at all. That's how raises actually start to change your life, instead of just your bills. Habit number 4 is paying only the minimum on credit cards. The minimum feels safe, it feels responsible, it feels like enough. The bank calls it your minimum payment, which sounds friendly. You pay it, you move on, and you feel like you handled it. But the minimum is a trap designed to keep you paying forever. A $5,000 balance at 22% interest, paying only the minimum, takes over 20 years to clear. You end up paying more in interest than the original balance itself. That's a 2-decade tax on one bad month of spending. The fix is to always pay more than the minimum, even a little more. Adding just $50 extra a month can cut years off the total debt. If you genuinely can't pay more, call and ask for a lower rate. Yes, that's a real thing you're allowed to do at any time. They'd rather lower your rate than lose you as a customer entirely. The worst they can say is no, and you're right back where you started. Habit number 3 is not knowing where your money actually went. End of the month arrives, the account is empty, and you have no idea why. No big purchases, no wild nights out, just somehow gone. If you can't answer, where did my money go, you can't fix anything. You're just guessing in the dark and hoping next month is different. Spoiler, it won't be different because nothing structural changed. And this is where it really adds up over years and years. Most people underestimate their monthly spending by 20 to 30%. That's an entire category of your life you didn't even know existed. The fix isn't a complicated app or a fancy color-coded spreadsheet. Just write down every purchase for 2 full weeks. Paper, phone notes, a receipt in your pocket, whatever you'll actually do. Patterns will start jumping out at you by day 5. You'll say, I had no idea I spent that much on that. Awareness alone changes behavior. That's honestly the magic part. Habit number 2 is thinking saving is something to do later. Later, when I make more money. Later, when the car is finally paid off. Later, when the kids are a little older. Later, when things calm down at work. Later never arrives because later is a moving target that keeps drifting. There's always a very good reason it's not the right time yet. Here's the truth that sounds too simple to actually matter. Saving $50 a week starting today is $2,600 a year. Saving $50 a week starting 5 years from now is still just $2,600 a year. But you'll have missed 5 years of building the habit. And the habit is worth more than the money in the account. Start with an amount so small it feels almost silly to bother. $10 a week, $5. Whatever won't scare you off the habit. The number matters much less than the streak of doing it. Consistency beats intensity every single time in money. Habit number 1 is comparing your money to everyone else's. You see the car, the trip, the kitchen, the perfect outfit online. You assume they can afford it, so you should be able to too. but you're comparing your everyday reality to their highlight reel. Most of what looks expensive online is actually financed with debt. You're not seeing the credit card bill sitting behind that photo. You're not seeing the stress or the fights behind the smile. Trying to keep up with people who are also faking it is a losing game. The scoreboard is completely rigged and nobody actually wins it. So here's what to do instead of comparing outward. Compete with last month's version of you. Did you save a little more? Spend a little less? Notice one leak you didn't see before? That's real, quiet progress, and nobody on the internet can take it from you. That's the only scoreboard that ever actually mattered. Let's bring all 10 back together for a quick second. Spending before you earn. Ignoring small purchases. Forgotten subscriptions. Emotional buying. Avoiding your account. Lifestyle creep after every raise. Minimum payments. Not tracking spending. Waiting to save. Comparing to others. Read that list back over slowly without rushing. You probably do 3 of them, maybe even 4 or 5. That's not a character flaw. That's being a normal person in a very loud world. But now you can see them, which means you can start to shrink them. You don't have to fix all 10 this week or even this month. Pick one. Just one small one to start with. Cancel one subscription today, right after this video. Or check your account every morning this week for 30 seconds. Or move $20 to savings before you close this tab entirely. Small moves done today beat perfect plans saved for someday. Money isn't magic, and it isn't cruel to you personally. It just quietly follows your habits, wherever they go. Change one habit, and the numbers start moving in your favor. Change a few of them, and your whole life starts to feel lighter. You don't need a bigger paycheck to feel a whole lot richer. You need fewer leaks and a little more honest attention. That's it. That's really the whole game, start to finish. Thanks for hanging out with me today and taking this seriously. I'm Leo, and I'll see you in the next one.